I'm Caitlin from CrossFit Hershey. I'm the head rowing instructor here. I am here today with Christian's Fitness Factory to talk with you about the Model D Concept 2 rowing machine. So when you receive your machine, it'll be in a big box, and it's just a little bit of assembly that's required. So you're going to have to put in 2 bolts right here, 4 into here to attach the bottom piece, and then an additional 2 at the top next to the flywheel. Then you're left with 2 pieces, and they pretty simply just snap right together. Clip and then push down on that plastic piece right there. Okay, so the basic components here, we're going to talk about the performance monitor, which just flips forward, and then also your handle, which is going to be up here, and that's the best place for storage, but then when you're ready to use it, you're going to pull it down into the hook handle right here. And then also you have your flywheel. So this is your damper setting, and you can adjust lower to higher, but a great place to start is between like a 2 and a 4 up to a 5. And then from there, your foot pads are here, so this is where your feet go, and then obviously the seat is where you would have a seat before you put your feet into the slots here. And then tighten the straps for comfort. There are several functions on the performance monitor that make this a pretty efficient machine and great all around. So there's one that's called Just Row, and the Just Row button would be great if you're just warming up or doing as part of a workout with other movements. That would be a great way to go. Select Workout is a different button, and that one would allow you to drill down to create a workout where the machine will actually time you or time your rest intervals or things like that. So that's a great place to go for a single distance row or intervals as well. Another option on this main menu here is some games. There's a couple fun ones, especially if you have a partner next to you. And then there's also a More Options button, which provides not only the drag factor option, but it also does memory. So if you record, if you're interested in recording times or looking back at what you did yesterday or last week, you can do that as well.
Okay, here we are with the Water Rower S4 Natural assembly. Comes in 2 boxes. Here's one. Here's number 2. So now this box it's pretty large. It barely fits through your standard doorway. So these handles here, if you're holding it on both sides, then you're gonna pretty much crush your hands because there might be maybe an inch of space in between the door frames and the box. So it's best to have 2 people carry it. So here's the final product. It took me about 45 minutes to an hour to put together. Really simple. The only tool that you really need is the one that comes with it. It's a hex wrench. I'm not really sure the size of this, but I lost my original one and I just got this out of my toolbox. And what you need that for is most of these, they're all the same size. Just get it in there, tighten it up. That's the only tool you need. You will use this for every single screw on this piece of equipment. So like I said, about 45 minutes to an hour. It's really beautiful. I've used it a little bit. I like how it feels. I like the sounds that it makes. It looks really good in my weight room. I like it a lot. I'll put together a video of me using it. Yeah! Okay, so that's my wife yelling at me. So I gotta go. But I think this is pretty much everything you need to know about it. Hope you enjoy it. I really highly recommend the Water Rower. It looks great and it feels great when you use it. Thanks. Bye. Hey everyone, I wanted to add a few more things before I wrap things up. Also that comes with the unit is a user manual and a USB cord. And this USB cord is used to hook up your S4 computer right here and upload all your workouts to the website so you can compare it to other users and you can compare your own data and see if you're getting better or worse, so on and so forth. Also, a DVD. This DVD has various workouts in it. It kind of explains how to set up your system and just your general workout stuff. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really recommend to use it or not. I'm sure it's good though. Maybe somebody else can tell us about it. Okay, so I forgot to mention the S4 monitor. This is the machine. The machine itself cost about, I think it's $300 or $400 more than the base model, which is the A1. And the reason for that is this computer right here. This computer has the ability to track your heart rate if you have a heart rate monitor that's compatible with this unit. So up here has the stroke rate, heart rate, your overall duration, your intensity, which is meters per second, and your distance in meters. Now I believe you can change that to feet. For us English folk, you can do that. And this is actually adjustable as well, just in case you can't see the numbers too well, or for you taller people or shorter people, you know, you can adjust it to make it the best view possible. So you might be wondering, if you've never used a water rower before, you have water in here and it's going to be one intensity. Whatever you're rowing, it's not going to get any harder, but that's where you're actually wrong, because the faster you pull, the more energy you use, and the harder it is to actually move the water. So if you get better over time, you'll figure out that, well, I've kind of mastered this level. What do I do now? Well, actually, I'm going to show you that you can change the level of water that you put in here. So here you see that, I don't know if you can see it, but you have different levels that you can fill this up to. And I actually have mine filled up about halfway, and that changes the intensity or the actual difficulty of rowing. The more water you put in here, obviously the harder it's going to be to row. Just kind of think of it as putting your rower, your actual rower, deeper in the water. It's obviously going to create more drag, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So once you've mastered, if you start out at the very beginning, once you've mastered that, you can add a little bit more water, and obviously your same rate is going to get more difficult because more water. So that's a good thing about this. You can increase the difficulty by adding more water. A lot of people don't know that. Also, this system comes with some chlorine tablets right here. Put them in there and keeps it nice and clean. Keeps mildew and mold from growing in there. So I just wanted to add a few of those things before I closed up. That's everything. And oh yeah, the seat rolls really well. I'm kind of a heavy dude, or was a heavy dude. I think it's good up to 250 pounds, maybe 300. I'm not quite there. My video, I've been recording this over a couple months, and I've lost about 25 pounds with this machine, and it's really great. So if you're thinking about picking one up, I highly recommend it. Really love it. Looks good up against the wall. It's pretty piece of equipment. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Now I've only been doing this for about 10 minutes and I'm already out of breath and I'm working up a pretty good sweat. Hope you guys are doing really well. I wanted to show my rower with you guys. Me and my husband have been wanting to get some sort of stationary exercise equipment for a while, but number one, we don't have a whole lot of space in our house, and number two, we really wanted something that was going to give us a full body workout. Now things like ellipticals and Stairmasters or treadmills, they kind of isolate one area or they emphasize just on cardio. A rowing machine not only gives you a cardio workout but also does strength training. Now this rowing machine I put together myself in about 30 minutes. It is a little bit heavy. I had to prop it up on my leg and screw in some of the screws, but besides that, it's quite easy to put together. What I love is that it folds up and you can store it away, so we're actually going to stick it in our closet when we're not using it. What's awesome too is that the resistance of the rower is just how hard you work on it. So the harder you pull on that, the more resistance you're going to get. The seat glides so smoothly up and down. I love that it's actually comfortable for me and my husband both to use it. And what's really nice that it's an air resistance rower, that when you're rowing, the fan actually creates air and kind of cools you down while you're rowing as well. Now this rower has really nice foot pads for you to slip your feet in, and then you tighten the strap and then you are ready to row. It also has a really nice little computer screen that keeps track of your calories. It keeps track of how long you've been rowing, how far you've been rowing. I think the best thing for me being a mom of 4 is that not only it is a full cardio workout, but it's a full body strengthening system too. So I get to do a whole bunch of things in a smaller amount of time. Now, if you don't want to use the whole rowing motion, you could sit stationary and just do the rowing part and work out your arms, your back, your core, and you can get a workout that way as well. Now, I actually looked up a lot of reviews on this rower online, and I feel like this has continually been one of the top 10 of rowers. You can get this rower in store at Sears or on Sears.com. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
I'm Caitlin from CrossFit Hershey. I'm the head rowing instructor here. I am here today with Christian's Fitness Factory to talk with you about the Model D Concept 2 rowing machine. So when you receive your machine, it'll be in a big box, and it's just a little bit of assembly that's required. So you're going to have to put in 2 bolts right here, 4 into here to attach the bottom piece, and then an additional 2 at the top next to the flywheel. Then you're left with 2 pieces, and they pretty simply just snap right together. Clip and then push down on that plastic piece right there. Okay, so the basic components here, we're going to talk about the performance monitor, which just flips forward, and then also your handle, which is going to be up here, and that's the best place for storage, but then when you're ready to use it, you're going to pull it down into the hook handle right here. And then also you have your flywheel. So this is your damper setting, and you can adjust lower to higher. But a great place to start is between like a 2 and a 4 up to a 5. And then from there, your foot pads are here, so this is where your feet go. And then obviously the seat is where you would have a seat before you